I'm honored to be here to be one of the first speakers at this amazing event, the Ecosummit. So today, I'm going to be presenting a little bit about what's going on in climate tech in this past year and tell you what's going to happen in 2025. All the insights that you're going to see today are from the State of Climate Tech report, which was published by Net Zero Insights and sponsored by EDB Singapore. So, what the hell is going to happen with all this uncertainty in 2025? Well, we don't have the crystal ball, but basically our analysts were able to say, thanks to our data, that the level of investment for this year is going to land more or less at the same level of 23 and 24, with non-dilutive playing a more important role, granted that, with equity funding instead slowing down a little bit. With this new environment, we see a lot of companies changing mindset from growth to at all cost to become more capital efficient, right? Now, 2024 was a year where renewable deployment was like hit all records, right? But if we look at this technology from a VC/PE perspective, they didn't do so well, battery, EV, and so on and so forth. Who did well instead? They were emerging technologies. We see sustainable aviation fuel, SMRs, direct air capture, green hydrogen, iron and steel, that really gain a lot of momentum, grow stronger year over year. Who is backing this technology is climate investors, so specialist investors. We see that like in the past few years, they did a lot of like backing of this emerging tech, but we also foresee that like in 2025, this growth will continue. Now we saw in the slide before that equity funding was going down. Emerging tech, instead, they're going up because they are like sponsored by climate investors. What about generalistic investor? What are they doing these days? Well, we took a sample of 80 investors, 40 specialists and 40 generalists. And as you can see here, since 2022, generalist investors, they are like losing, let's say, interest in terms of deal count in climate. Instead, specialist investors are going up. Is this a good news? Not really. I mean, first of all, like specialist investors are super important for climate. Why? Because those are the ones that are taking higher risk, financing this emerging technology, low TRL, and very high risk. While they don't have, however, the means to, to fund this funding gap the generalist investor has created by going out on the market. So what can we do? What can we do from here? Well, we have to bring them back. How? We're going to showcase to them that climate has great return, and we're going to showcase success story. Let's talk about success story then, right? So for every founder, I guess, like exit is like the go-to. Here, I'm showcasing to you a little bit of exit. I'm not talking about IPO and SPAC. I'm talking about the classic M&A activity. As you can see, our data from 2022 onward, they are basically showcasing like a upward trend in exit, with 2025 confirming this trend. Behind this exit, 85% of these exits were done by corporates. Interesting. So those are what we call strategics, right? And what they bought, these strategics? Well, we took the Fortune 500 global and kind of analyzed their acquired activity. The first one is energy. So 1 out of 4 acquisitions went down by oil and gas. When we read, in the news that oil and gas companies have pulled out from climate investment, I mean, I'm not sure, because if we dig into the data, then this is what we see, that they are still making this long-term strategic investment. After that, we have capital goods, we have then automotive companies, and then followed by utilities. To conclude, to understand a little bit better what this Fortune 500 they are buying, let's have a look at this slide. Well, not surprisingly, 62% of the acquiree is in the energy space, followed by transport and industry. These are like hard-to-abate industries, so like it's normal that we see a lot of capital there. However, if you see at the 4th place, you see water. Historically, water from a PE and VC investment standpoint, it never gained that much momentum. However, corporates are very much interested in this sector. Why? We think that they are, they want to secure resources, they want to be more resilient toward the future, so that's why they're doing this kind of investment. This was the last insights for today. I thank you very much for your attention. If you want more insights and understand a little bit better what we did, here is our report. Thank you very much and enjoy Ecosummit.